This is a short introduction to the batch processes on the Pegasus tools. What you need in order to use a batch process is what is seen here on the manual transport and this one. This is the cassette loader. Currently I have a full cassette, or almost, in cassette 2. Cassette 1 is currently dedicated to 150mm wafers, so you cannot run these two at the same time. So the default setup is a 4-inch wafer cassette in cassette 2. To map it, I press this one. Sometimes there is, I think it's a software bug. This one is disabled just like this one, and it says cassette not present or door open. In that case, you go to the automatic and use this button instead. They have the exact same function. This one is only always available if there is a cassette present. What it does now is it will use the sensor to see if there's the number of wafers present in the cassette, and they will pop up once the process is complete. And you can see you have a nice bunch of wafers there, and they pop up with all with unique IDs. And when you map the wafers in the cassette, they will always pop up with this CO something. If you map them in the load log, they will have a S ID, wafer ID. Okay, so I have a number of wafers that I want to process some of them. So we will leave this and go to the recipes. On the batch, you will find the batch recipes. They are not like the process recipes. The process recipes determine what goes on a wafer inside the process chamber. A batch recipe combines a set of process recipes with a batch of wafers. For instance, if I were to process all my wafers with the same process, I would go to my folder. The basic structure, you don't have any standard recipes. You have basically a DAN chip in which DAN chip employees have their recipes, and you have a user folder in which you can find your own recipes. I'll just go to my folder and look at this one. So to go through this one, you have a pre-process step. Let me just say that the copying and the modifying and everything concerning recipes is exactly identical to the way you do with process recipes. So to create a new one, you just go copy, you select the folder where you want to put it, and you go paste and make sure that the path is okay, and your new recipe will pop up. As was the case with process recipes, you don't create a new recipe from scratch. It's much better to copy a batch recipe that is already there and then modify it. Okay, so it has a pre-process recipe. That's a process being run before the step, before the batch. So in this case, it's a 3-minute TDS clean. I could delete it. I could also add new ones. In that case, if I press add, I have the whole list of recipes as you scroll down, and then locate whatever recipe you want and add it. Okay, I'll just do like this. Finish. I think this is a black silicon recipe. I'll just delete it. We don't need it. Okay, So that's a pre-processed recipe, and same goes with a post-processed recipe. So this is the cleaning recipe that will be run once the batch is complete. All the wafers have been processed. This is also a clean. And you have the batch interstep. So this is the recipe that is being run between the wafers. And it has this exclamation mark because this recipe actually doesn't exist. So if we were to run this process, we would run into problems because this one would be missing. So we delete it and add a new one. We locate the correct recipe. O2 cleaning, finish, and the exclamation mark goes away. And you can see that it says run after every 1 wafers on any active step. So that is good. Okay, so these are the process steps. And it's almost the same. So in here you can connect a cassette, or in this case only one in slot 1 wafer with a process recipe. Please notice that I have called it slot 1 A0 because that will pop up out here. So for the sake of overview, it's easier. It will take a wafer from slot 1 and run this process on it. You can run any kind of different process on them. The only thing that you can not run, or at least it doesn't work very well, is recipes at a different electrode temperature. So you should, it's just annoying to work with if you try it. So please always make sure that you run at same electrode temperature. Also, if you have different durations of process recipes, different number of cycles, whatever, then you should have a separate recipe, even though it's only a change of duration. So in this case, I'm choosing to run slot A1, slot 1, and this recipe called A0. In this one, I go slot 2, process A1, and hence this is the how many 6 wafers that I want to process in slot 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I could do this if I only wanted to process the first 6 wafers. I'll just apply the change. That was the change with the exclamation mark, and apparently there's still one. I'm not sure where. Or you could go to another recipe and then use a different numbering. This is another process with some pre-process, some post-process, and interstep that may be different. But this process step, in which you have a process here, you will do any excluding and then a number of wafers that you may label down here. The labeling or the numbering of the wafers work exactly like the way you indicate to a printer which pages you want to print. So you could have here 1 to 4, 7. This would go on processing all wafers except wafers 1 to 4 and wafer 7. If you do a full carrier, then it'll assume that you have a full box of wafers. You can also have a full box and then go any excluding, and then just don't name any, and then it'll process any wafer it finds. using this recipe. That's a very handy way of processing. I go apply. There's the interstep error, probably also on this one. No? Post. Okay, so that's batch recipes. To start a batch recipe, you go to automatic. You have a bunch of wafers. You locate your batch. And please notice also that you have a difference. These are process recipes that may be run in a batch mode, and these are batch recipes. So always locate a batch recipe over here. Go to your folder. And then you can start, and then there are some. Okay, auto cleaning 3 minutes in was not found in index. Okay, didn't like that. We will just have to I think it's this one. Add. Okay, apply. No. Okay, so apply, and there's no. So it was a case of some cleaning recipes being renamed and hence gone in the sense in the context of this batch process. So we will go to automatic again and then start. And this is a confirmation step that we want to process this batch. Okay, so this is shown that you start out with a 5-minute TDS clean, and then you run the first wafer, the second, and with the correct process recipes, and you can go. These are the 6 wafers, so these are the interstep processes in between, and there is an interstep after every wafer, so there'll also be one just before the post. So if you press start, it'll start processing. Also make sure that you have closed the lid properly. I have added an image to the right so that you can see that it's this locking mechanism should be locked, because during the transfer back and forth, the wafer, the load lock will be put to atmosphere and pumped down a number of times. So if you don't lock this the lid on the load lock, it will open and the process will go into fault mode, which is very unfortunate, because the purpose of running in batch mode is the fact that you can leave it running without your attention. Okay, so this is hopefully enough to get you started on the batch processing at the Pegasus tools.